In 2004, after 17 seasons and 11 championship trainers' crowns, in partnership with his father Dave, Paul O'Sullivan relished the challenge of an invitation to the greatest racing jurisdiction in the world, Hong Kong.
Well, as it turned out, I probably had no idea. I remember the first day of track work and the horses are coming out and I was saying, what the hell am I going to do with these? You know, it's a big change to training here in New Zealand, to training in Hong Kong, and it's a place you adapt or die. And I think I adapted reasonably well, but it took a long time.
He's kicking on the inside, and Zach Burton takes out the sprint on Aero Velocity.
Shadow runners in front, and there's 500 for Paul O'Sullivan.
Now 18 years, 516 wins, and over $525 million in stakes money later, a Kiwi flag bearer has returned home.
I think Hong Kong makes every trainer a better trainer, you know, for absolute sure. And as I said earlier on, you adapt or die, and I've seen some highly credentialed trainers come to Hong Kong, stick with what they've been doing, and disappear out the gate. So I think it's, I think one part of being a very good trainer is being able to adapt and realise that what you're doing is wrong and you need to improve it.
The pin-up horse for Paul O'Sullivan in Hong Kong was clearly Aero Velocity. With 5 Group 1 wins and success away from home base in Japan and Singapore, the pair became revered.
I was talking to David Hayes up there once. He said, if you get down to 25 horses, he said, you're out, you're gone. So I came back that year with him, and he was 26 in the stable, and I had 60 by the end of the season. So one horse can make a very big difference.
Which Tapestry down the outside, but Aero Velocity is clear over Emperor Max, and Aero Velocity is going to take that press flyer. Aero Velocity for Zach.
Paul O'Sullivan, how does that feel, a Group 1 international sprint here in Singapore?
Yeah, I think every time you travel away, it's more of a relief to win than a thrill to win. You know, we're a long way from home. You know, he might have won with a little bit in hand. I sort of, you know, he was sitting pretty for a fair way. But we're just relieved and very thankful to win.
Racing in the Takamatsu no Miyakin, and Daiwa Majore blew the start out the back, and Aero Velocity commenced well.
It was a funny track. It was sort of, they'd had the false rail out, so there was sand and there was sort of tubular grass 4 inches long. So I walked the track with Zach the day before, and Zach said to me, he said, we'll be sticking to the sand, you know. And as clever a rider he is, when he's the sort of horse that used to travel very strongly into his races and then sort of grind it out. But he was sort of gone at the 400, and he just pulled him out onto the grass, and whoosh, away he went.
Zach Burton getting desperate on Aero Velocity. They've got to catch Huck Sun Moon. Aero Velocity jumping out of the ground. Aero Velocity goes to Huck Sun Moon. Hong Kong gets up and wins. They were deciding whether to go to Dubai or come here. The shorter trip prevailed, and Zach Burton has Group 1 success in Japan. With the O'Sullivan family, the last time they did that was 1989 with Horlicks in the Japan Cup.
From New Zealand racing royalty origins, Paul O'Sullivan can be very proud of his personal achievements in the toughest racing environment of them all. And there was no surprise from his legion of supporters that the 18-year stint ended on a high.
Turquoise Alpha and Murray's partners, Bright Kid, Turquoise Alpha for Zach and Paul O'Sullivan, yes!
It's the best thing that ever happened to me, you know. I was just blessed to get the chance. And, you know, if I'd wound the clock back 18 years, I'll certainly do it again.